It's
I think our
4 p.m.
Sergeant Arms, charming Sergeant Arms is ready to start the meeting.
Hi. Hi, Al Hadi. How are you?
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Good. Good to have you all here.
Yeah, thank you.
Rajeshwari, you can start.
I can start now?
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Be positive. Your mind is more powerful than you think. What is down in the whale comes up in the bucket. Fill yourself with positive thing. Tony Dongi. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and most honored guest. I am Sergeant at Arms to Toastmaster Rajeshwari Chauhan. A warm welcome to all.
I think you got muted.
Now, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I am Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rajeshwari Chauhan. A warm welcome to all to our meeting number 437. Today, we are going to witness the theme, Power of Positive Thinking. The mission of the Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. Before we open the meeting, few reminders. Please maintain silence during the speeches by muting your audio, but keep your video on all the time. Let's look forward to a great team today. The strong survive, but the courageous triumph. Michael Scott. Now, it's a time to introduce one such a leader who don't force people to follow, but he invites people on a journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our President, Toastmaster Abdul Rahim.
Meeting number 437, call to order. The audio is not clear.
A little muffled.
Uh,
A little.
Let's see. How is it now?
Yeah, better.
Better, huh? Okay. Is it very clear?
Nobody else is replying.
Okay.
It's clear.
Clear. Okay, thank you.
Hi.
Thank you,
That is better,
Toastmaster.
Abdurrahim, better. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari, for that kind invitation. My dear fellow Toastmasters, most honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. Okay, thank you so much for attending this beautiful meeting 437 of WMC Toastmasters Club on this Friday evening, which normally we spend with our family. You have decided to spend in Toastmasters, especially in WMC Toastmasters. So I thank all of you for attending this meeting. My first job, of course, was to open the meeting, which I did. My second most important job today is to congratulate our great world WMC champions who made us all proud on March 25th at the prestigious Division D contest, right, with their sterling performance. So let us all applaud and compliment first Toastmaster Yashodhan Abhayankar, our humorous speech champion who won the first place, and he will be representing us or WMC Toastmasters at the district level.
Don't be afraid, it was Dr. Babu.
Okay. Oh. Our second champion who won the first place in table topics in Division D contest was Toastmaster Jeffrey Abraham. Big hand for him. And Toastmaster Sukumar Swaminathan won third place in table topics contest, which justifiably, according to me and Rufus, you should have been a little bit higher than that. We watched his performance. And Toastmaster Norman Das, who delivered a great speech, and contesting at division level itself is a great achievement. So big hand for Toastmaster Norman Das. We thoroughly enjoyed your speech. So it is after a long time that we have two representations in the prestigious DTAC contest, as Yash said, on May 27th, 28th in a virtual meeting. So good luck to everybody, and we are all proud of you. So ladies and gentlemen, talking about grammar, the other day I was reading a book called Dr. Babu said Magic of Toastmasters. I was reading a book, Magic of Words. So in that, I learned something new. Said that whenever we use words, words are very powerful. Sometimes we use words positively, but it has a negative effect. For example, if the aircraft pilot, he says, there is a turbulence, but don't worry, we start get worried, right? If the doctor says, everything is okay, but I need to make some tests on you, but don't worry. The first thing is we start getting worried. So the positive words has negative effect. And it also says that book that we are so obsessed with the name, our own names, we love it so much that we love the first alphabet of our word so much. For example, if I ask Ganapati, what is your most favorite alphabet in 26, he would say probably G. So this is what I like to do. And it says that University of Oklahoma, they conducted a survey. And in that they said people by the name Kathy, for example, they prefer to drink Coke, not Pepsi. And people whose name was Peter, they wanted to drink Pepsi, not Coke. So this is how much the power of alphabets and power of words. And today we have a grammarian. As we all know, no need to say it again and again, he's a charter member of WMC Toastmasters, which means he was the first Toastmaster among the 20 people who was charter members on October 17th, 2003. Right? So why I say this is, it is not easy to be loyal to any particular club for so long. You might have seen people joining, leaving. But here is a man, himself or Rekhaji or Dr. Babu, sticking, being loyal to a club for 20 years is no mean achievement at all. That's why, when you say, when you're working in a company for 15 years, 20 years, why we say? Because loyalty. Just like honesty, integrity, loyalty is also a great virtue, being loyal. For example, if you go to an interview and you see that you have worked 10 years in 5 companies, he may not have a good opinion about you. That you work 5 companies in 10 years, tomorrow you might leave my company also. You're not loyal to any company. So loyalty is very important. So here is a gentleman. But what I love about this man is his positive attitude. Today's theme is the power of positive thinking. And he is a living example of that. You might not have never seen him being sad, being upset, being down, in a sad face, talking negative. Never ever. Always positive, always upbeat, always high energy. That is the greatness of this man. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our grammarian, Toastmaster Ganapati Narayanan.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your kind and enthusiastic words. My dear fellow Toastmasters, as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is triumph. Triumph means great victory or achievement. The noun of the word is triumph. The verb is triumphed, and the adjective is triumphant. Examples of the usage of the word is, it was nice to hear the story of triumph by our contestants. Our founder president, Dr. Babu Ramachandran, has triumphed in all his endeavors within and outside of our club. Let us have a triumphant meeting with the positive thinking along with our energetic and enthusiastic Toastmaster of the day. I encourage each speaker to use the word of the day, triumph. I'll give the grammarian's report when called upon by the general evaluator. So let us use the word triumph in all our speeches today. I wish all the very best to all the speakers, and back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ganapati Narayanan, for that beautiful explanation of the word of the day. I see that you have a beautiful border and a background. Is it for Vishu? So what's your preparation for Vishu, Ganapati? I think you have to unmute.
Yeah. Mr. President, Vishu is the beginning of harvest season in Kerala. I think it is all over India we celebrate Vishu, but different names. It is said that if your initial step is improper, the coming year will be unsuccessful. So it is very important to see, feel, and speak good all in the Vishu day. But remaining days also you should speak. That is my belief. The traditional Vishukkani is the most important ritual in the Vishu festival. And the preparation, we start a few days before. And in the Vishukkani, we put all the ornaments, fruits, vegetables, and one yellow flower called Kanikunna. It's a what you call the national flower of Kerala in front of this prayer room. And the elderly person in the family wakes up the rest of the members in blindfolding and lead to the Vishukkani decoration. The elder person will distribute new clothes, Vishukkanitam. We call it pocket money. Elder people always give us money, we call it pocket money. And after this, we arrange, the family members will arrange a sumptuous lunch called Vishu Sadhya. After that, we sleep. After the Sadhya, we cannot stand because it'll be heavy, we sleep. In Bahrain also, we try to celebrate Vishu with the family members and friends. And so in Bahrain, what happened is in the family, I am the eldest. So I have to give Vishukkanitam to the youngest, my children, my wife, and whoever it is. And I wish all the very best and wish you a very happy Vishu to one and all. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ganapati. I wish you a pocket full of pocket money this Vishu. And this will be on April 15th, which is next Friday. Of course, there is going to be Good Friday, Easter, so many festivities coming up. Now, let's get introduced to our distinguished guest, starting from our area director, DTM Al-Hadi Al-Attar. Could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Thank you for letting me introducing myself. My name is Abdul Hadi Al-Attar. I'm the area director for Area 14, which consists of WMC, the club which helped to create our club. So I'm happy to join you today. So, and I wish to enjoy. Back to you.
Thank you very much. We are honored to have you, Area Director. Thank you very much for attendance. What exactly he meant was, for the benefit of new members and guests, is that WMC is the sponsor club of Babco Toastmasters Club. We were at the forerunners. Dr. Babu and Rekhaji, they were all the mentors and sponsors of this club. That's what Brother Abdul Hadi was telling, just for the benefit of the guests and the new members. Now, Rufus Pinto, DTM Rufus Pinto, can we have your brief introduction?
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Rufus Pinto. I'm from two clubs, Karnataka Club Toastmasters and Indian Club Toastmasters. It's an honor for me to be among the best of the best in Bahrain. They say if you are in a group of elite people, you too become one. So it's my pleasure. Back to you.
Thank you very much for accepting this key assignment. When you look forward to your great feedback today, DTM Rufus. Thank you very much. Satish Kumar, may we have your brief introduction?
Good evening to all. My name is Sadish. I'm basically a mechanical engineer. I totally 20 years experience in quality assurance and quality control functions. Really, I'm happy to see all of you. Thanks for Ponnambalam sir for introducing this kind of beautiful persons and all the group. It is my pleasure to meet you all. Keep continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Satish, for attending. I hope you will enjoy this meeting. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ponnambalam. And lastly, we have Toastmaster Shashidhar Shetty. Can we have your introduction, please, sir?
Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry for not appearing on video because I'm in a function, then I'm not able to show my face right to you all. And I'm a recent member of Karnataka Club Toastmasters, introduced by Toastmaster Roshan Lewis. And this is my 4th meeting with the Toastmasters. I really enjoy joining the Toastmasters. I've been in Bahrain for the last 20 years. I'm a hotelier. And recently, due to Corona, I'm stuck in India for the last 1 year. Hope to return to Bahrain by next month. When I come, see you all in person. Thank you.
President, there are two more. President, there are 2 more guests.
Okay, this name guest of Ponnambalam. Okay. Can we have introduction of? I don't know their names.
Yeah, I asked them to add like that so that they are admitted. Otherwise, Prabodha might not know them. No.
Ponnambalam, you can request them to introduce by name.
That was a clever thinking.
Even
now I guess they can rename their profile or
yeah, you can rename your profile now.
They love the name Ponnambalam. That's why.
Yeah, let's see. I'm not sure. Are you listening to us? Because I also have to search their name because it was referred to by somebody. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. One is Hamna. Hamna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you introduce yourself, Hamna?
I'm Hamna Tahseen. I'm studying at Ahliya University, degree 1st year.
Welcome, Hamna. Can you ask your friend also to introduce herself?
Yes, Zanha.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. I'm Fatma Zanha. I'm studying in 10th standard in Ibn Haytham Islamic School.
Okay. Then you should be joining our Gals Club in that case. Yeah, I'll send you the link tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Have both of them introduced?
Yes, President.
Okay, it's great that students are here because today our Master of Ceremonies herself is a student. So it's wonderful to have with us today. Well, thank you very much all for attending this, and you made this meeting already a triumphant meeting. All right. Well, the theme of today is as chosen by our Toastmaster of the day, as we all know, is the power of positive thinking, which we have heard so many times, which we have listened, which we have watched a movie like Secret, and we know so much about positive thinking. So can I ask, what do you think, briefly, what do you think positive thinking is? Anybody can answer. In your view, what is positive thinking?
I'll start with that, Mr. President.
Yeah. Briefly, you
Positive
can say.
thinking
Yeah.
means always think about a success. Don't think about any failure. Failure will come, but that is a stepping stone for the success. So even if you going to start a new venture or something like that, so many people were there to discourage you. Okay, and encouragement of the people will be less, and discouragement will be on the higher side. That is a human nature. So don't listen to that. If you have a positive thinking and positive mind, you will be succeed in life. Back to you, Mr. President.
Beautifully said. That's exactly what I wanted to say. You have already delivered the presidential address today, Ganapati, so I don't have much to say. Thank you very much. Exactly what he said. People will discourage, but despite all that, having an optimistic bent of mind that things will improve, things will be better, irrespective of what is happening right now, future, tomorrow will be better, tomorrow will be good. That is positive thinking. As Shelley, the poet, said, if winter comes, can spring be far behind? What a beautiful word. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? Today it will be winter. But if night comes, can day be far behind? So why we have to have positive thinking? Briefly, within 4 to 5 minutes, if I want to sum up, because whatever you think, they say that's what's going to happen. You might have seen 2006, the movie Secret, the law of attraction, that you attract what you think, your dominant thoughts. For example, every thought has a frequency. If I dial Toastmaster, let's say Yashodhan's telephone, okay, maybe he is in Bahrain, maybe he is in Bombay, maybe he is in Boston. It doesn't matter. When I dial his number, it goes exactly to his number. Billions of phones are there, but it goes there because there is a wave traveling from my phone to his phone. We cannot see the waves. There is no waves we cannot see, but there is the invisible waves. Similarly, our thought has waves. Thoughts has frequencies. So when we create thoughts, it travels and attracts things, people, and circumstances of the same frequency, because every thought has a frequency. If you are creating happy thoughts, happy people, happy things, happy situations will come to your life. So more and more unhappy thought, more unhappy things will come. That's why they say, why rich people become richer, poor people become poorer. Because poor people always think about problems, adversity. So more problems come. Rich people, if I have one company, I'm thinking of how to start another company. If I have a second company, how to start third company. I'm always thinking about prosperity, not adversity. So that's why rich people become richer, poor people become poorer. We attract what we. If I want to give you an example, I mentioned this in my speech a few years ago. For example, if let's say Toastmaster Yashodhan, Toastmaster Ganapati, and Toastmaster DTM Rufus Pinto, they're in one room. Let's imagine. And Toastmaster Rufus Pinto, let's say he wants to listen to new Hindi songs. So what does he do? Let's say, for example, he turns the frequency on the radio, FM radio, 104.2. So he gets new Hindi songs. Okay? Any new Hindi songs. But if, for example, Ganapat Narayan in the same room, but he wants to listen to a Malayalam song, so he switches the FM to 105.2. Chandanale pasugandham chudiyadaro kacho kaminiyo. But Yashodhan, he wants to listen to old vintage Hindi song. So he switches to 109.2, for example. Tere mere sapne ab ek rang hai. वो जहां भी ले जाए राहें हम संग हैं. So all these people are sitting in the same room listening to different music. right? But does it mean there is no other waves? There are a lot of waves are there. There is BBC News is there in the atmosphere. There is CNN News. There is sports news. There is Hindi news, Arabic music, English music, Persian music. Everything is there. But Ganapati wanted Malayalam music, so he sets the music. So he sends that frequency to attract the right wave. Yashodhan, he wants vintage old music, so he sends that frequency and he attracts the same wave. Similarly, when we create thought, we are sending a frequency to the atmosphere and we are attracting the same kind of thought, same kind of people, same kind of individuals and circumstances to our life. So that's how the law of attraction works. That when you create thought, every thought goes, travels, connects, and brings to your life more and more good things, more and more happy things. That's why Ganapati said, if you want to start a venture, have positive mentality that it will be good, it will be a success, then it will be successful. Your life is determined by what you think consistently, your dominant thought. That doesn't mean that we have to be unrealistically positive. We have to be positive, at the same time practical and realistic. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. Now, we have decided, myself and Owen, that we will have a brainstorming session for 10 minutes. Toastmaster Owen, when I just say you can start the timer, so we don't want to cross the time, to have a small brainstorming about the Division D contest. How was it? What's your feeling? All are free to air your opinion. So we can do better in the DTAC. So it might help 5%, 10% for us to do better for our contestants in the DTAC or in future contests. So anybody can air your opinion. And first of all, let me start with the contestant himself, Toastmaster Yashodhan. Would you want to say anything? You can keep your opinion brief, concise, and compact, so we can have more areas within the 10
maybe
minutes.
maybe for 1 minute.
Yeah, Toastmaster Norman, you can start the timing for 10 minutes, okay? Yashodhan, your views on the...
Good evening, everyone. But I feel like the contest was fought in a very good spirit, and the competition as compared to area level was definitely much more, because more number of clubs were there and the winners from the area levels were competing. So the competition was good and it was very well organized. One thing I was not sure why the sequence was changed, because usually it is evaluation, then humorous, then table topics, and then last international speech. But I don't know why it was changed. Any specific reason was there behind it? But otherwise, no specific comments as such. Enjoyed the contest to the fullest. Back to you.
Thank you, Yash. Thank you very much, Yash. Anybody else would like to comment?
I, for one,
yes, Ovi.
Yeah, I for one will be very the very happiest person doing nothing. But two people from a club during my term are in a division contest. I'm very proud, very happy, and also all the best, TM Yashodhan and TM Jeffrey. Yeah,
and about sorry for interfering, but that is because of the passionate leadership your team has shown to the club.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
DTM Hadi, you want to comment anything?
Thank you. Now, regarding the division, your club excelled in both the area and the division, and I think you did very well. Especially you took 4 awards at division level. So I would like just to congratulate you for this, and you just need to keep the high work.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Team Rufus, I think you have watched the contest.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, it was a good contest, well conducted. In fact, I loved Toastmaster Yashodhan's speech. I loved Toastmaster Norman Das' speech also. The way they spoke, truly, your club deserves much more. Even Toastmaster Sukumar, he did very well. So finally, it's the judges who take the decisions. So it's not winning and losing. It's your performance. If you feel you're happy, yes, you have done your best. And always there's another try next year. So wishing all in WMC Toastmasters the best for the new year, next year. Sorry.
Yeah, true. Thank you. Also, yes, as you mentioned, TM Norman and TM Sukumar as well, they participated. They put their best foot forward for that, great achievement.
I think DTM Rufus was congratulating, appreciating Yashodhan's speech is a great thing because Rufus himself reached district level in the humorous speech. Is it right, Rufus?
Yes.
Oh, great.
It's very tough on screen, on this little screen to win humorous. It's a very tough task. So that's why I said Toastmaster Yashodhan, you proved to be a champion. Well done.
Yeah. Because humorous speakers, they know how tough it is to make people laugh. Especially, you don't know when all the videos are off, you don't know people are laughing or crying, nobody knows. So it's even
true.
So if there is no more comments, I think it's okay. We can wind up the session because we're already almost on time. Is it?
Yeah, if I may.
Prabodhaji, yes.
Yeah, I congratulate actually Toastmaster Yashodhan and for his winning. But I think for DTAC, now time has come for DTAC. So definitely, like last year, the champion of international speech, he said he practiced 1,000 times and he formed a team of DTMs, 2 to 3 people guided him for his speech. And I think if our Yashodhan will form similar like and do more practice, maybe we'll win in DTAC also.
You have a humorous champion in Abdul Rahim also. He is a champion.
In fact, I'd like to request each one of you to come forward and tell me where I'm lacking behind. And it's a good suggestion by Prabodha, like if we can form a team and work together, that will be really, really great.
Toastmaster Yashodhan, you have very good mentors in your club. Toastmaster Abdul Rahim has been a district level champion.
Indeed, definitely.
Babu has been a champion.
I call him the champion of humorous speeches.
Yeah, Toastmaster Babu is an international champion. So you have the best of the best in your club. So form a team and you will win the DTAC this time.
Thank you.
Yashodhan, your style is unique. That's what captures the audience. You have to carry on with that. Yes.
I would say something that we will win in district and Yashodhan will win in district in humorous speech contest and he has the capability. That's what we found in all the performance. So let us work forward for that. That's all. Okay. Thank you.
Just be yourself. That's it.
Yes.
Actually, Yashodhan is happy in two things. First of all, of course, he won for WMC. Second thing, he beat his arch rival Ali Saleh.
Salah Ali. Yeah.
Salah Ali. Because last 4 or 5 years, it's always second Yashodhan, first that gentleman. But
I support that. Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Norman. Also, I guess, Mr. President, Norman should have few words as well. He was, I guess, second time he is in division contest. Yeah.
For me, reaching the divisional level was also a great privilege because for me, this is the second time where I reached the divisional level. And what I felt was, that enthusiasm, that nervousness, everything was there, After all, it's a divisional level. And rather than talking about me, what I felt was maybe my content was very much similar, as usual. So maybe that's where I might have lost the mark. And what I felt was Yashodhan's content or the title was, I think, so unique and different. Maybe PTM, even in the Toastmasters, I have never heard such topic. So maybe that's where he might have got for marks. And what I felt was when I saw the contestants of the humorous, so for among all the contestants, I felt for Yash only winning this one. The humorous contest was very difficult for me. For him, the competitors were Rufus as well as Ali Tale also. So I felt like for it will be difficult, task for him to compete these two. But yes, you did it. So congratulations to Yash and this one Jeffrey also.
Okay, champion Jeffrey Abraham is here. So can have a few words from Jeffrey?
He just logged in, looks like. Yeah.
Okay. So, Prabodhaji, I think you mentioned about 1,000 practices. Is it Hazim? Toastmaster Hazim you're mentioning?
Yes, yes.
1,000
Yeah,
practices?
Hazim Ali, yes.
Yes.
Okay, if Jeffrey is busy, then we will wind up this session. Right, Owen?
Yeah, we'll wind up. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your insights, and thank you very much, and good luck once again in the DTAC, and we will all be there. So, Toastmaster Owen, do we have the agenda approval from you, and also any apology?
Mr. President, everybody is here. We had last minute dropout because Jeffrey was quite busy, so he couldn't, get his time to prepare for the speech, and so he will be doing a speech in the next upcoming meeting. So I've sent a, revised agenda, and it has been sent to our general evaluator as well, along with all our members. So that's the case. Otherwise, everybody is there, and as well, you must have seen we are not having DTM Rekha, Sukumar, and Murali. All of them are apologized, so they are unable to attend this meeting. Otherwise, all the role plays are there. You may proceed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Owen. Thank you very much for arranging this beautiful meeting and the agenda. We have a good number of 19 people, despite it being a Ramadan. So, well, today to roll the agenda, as I said earlier, we have a young student. Of course, students are always young, just like me. So
Positive thinking.
Yeah, she's originally from Coimbatore, but she's born and brought up in Bahrain. Her father is a pharmacist in Babco. Her mother is a teacher in AMA University. Well, she has just passed out IATA, which is the travel industries course, plus Montessori teachers course. She has just completed this diploma, and she is going to start her graduation in English language and literature, a degree course from University of Bahrain starting September. Now, she joined Toastmasters in 2019. And what I like and love about her is that since the day she joined, she has been focused, totally focused for her self-development, improving her skills, improving her speaking skills, communication skills, attending almost every meeting, and taking up various assignments. Even area level, she took an assignment. As a surgeon at arms or timer, I cannot remember. She took up an assignment at the last minute. And she's focused. And I really like that, because youngsters nowadays, we know they are defocused. They are distracted. They cannot focus on one thing. So the focus, attention span is very, very limited nowadays. So that's why I admire this young student who is focused on improving herself. She took up this first time, I think, being a Toastmaster of the day, and with great pleasure. And she was also a secretary in our last term, headed by Toastmaster Yashodhan. She was a secretary who did a great job. So she's a Toastmaster, an asset for any club, and we are proud to have her with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pragati Kumar.
Good evening, Preston, fellow Toastmasters, and most honored guests. Thank you for attending this meeting. I hope all of you are doing great and feeling positive. It's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to this meeting. Our theme for today is Power of Positive Thinking. So what is positive thinking? Positive thinking just means that you think the best is going to happen despite all the problems. You always hope for the best. In other words, you're an optimistic person. One such optimistic person is our counter for today's evening. She's a behavior technician by profession. She loves to work with children. Her opinion about positive thinking: I truly believe if you want to be successful in your life, you need to work positive. Positive attitude with hardworking person can achieve anything in their life. Everything is possible if you have power of positivity. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Rajeshwari to explain her role.
Thank you, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role as the counter is to count the number of unnecessary sound or repetitive word you used when you are speaking. For example, are, you, no, I mean will be counted. There are fillers that would affect your effectiveness in delivering your speech. At the end of the meeting, I'll be back to present my report to you. Back to you, Toastmaster Pragati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. Next is our timer. He was born and brought up in Mumbai. He loves chicken biryani. His opinion about positive thinking: having a positive thoughts in itself is like completing half of the marathon, and balance half is the action on moving forward. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Norman to give us the timing criteria.
Good evening once again. My role as a timer is to monitor the time for all the prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. For the prepared speeches, the time allotted for Toastmaster Abdul Rahim is 5 to 7 minutes. At the 5th minute, I'll be switching on the green light. At the 6th minute, I'll switch on the yellow light. Sorry.
Salar for us.
6th minute, I'll be switching on the yellow light, and at 7th minute, I'll be switching on the red light. And for the prepared speech of Mark, at 4th minute, I'll switch on the green light. At 5th minute, I'll switch on the yellow light. At 6th minute, I'll switch on the red light. And for the evaluation, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll switch on the green light. At 2.5 minutes, I'll be switching on the yellow light. At 3 minutes, I'll switch on the red light. For the table topic, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll switch on the green light. At 1.5 minutes, I'll switch on the yellow light. And at 2 minutes, I'll switch on the red light. And the light will be on until the speaker finishes the speech. 30 seconds of grace will be given to all the speakers. I wish all the speakers all the very best. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Norman. Let's move to the education section. Today, we have wonderful speakers who will be delivering speeches. I wish the speakers best of luck. Before I call upon the first speaker, I would like to introduce the evaluator. His opinion about positive thinking: Even after fighting with wife, he hopes that he will get dinner at home. This is called positive thinking. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Yashodhan, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Abdul Rahim's speech and will explain the objectives for the speech.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. Well, our dear Toastmaster Abdul Rahim is attempting a speech with the purpose which says, the purpose of this project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. Let us wish all the very best to our dear Toastmaster Abdul Rahim. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yashwadhan. Please welcome Toastmaster Abdul Rahim with the speech title, 7 Habits of Highly Ineffective People.
One fine morning, my wife told me, Rahim, you're not very effective. So I took that evaluation very seriously. So I wanted to be an effective person. So I went ahead and bought this book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, a self-help book. It took me 7 months to form all the 7 habits. I bought the book in February 2021, and by September 30, I thought I became a highly effective person. But my wife didn't say, well done. Anyway, let's forgive her because she's not a Toastmaster. But I cannot forgive the writer who wrote another book, The 8th Habit. I said, from where this 8th habit came? Have to spend another 1 month? No. From that day, I said, I will not form any habit. I will have only one habit, not to form any habit. Toastmaster of the day, my dear fellow Toastmasters, most honored guests. Well, self-help books. We all love self-help books because we are Toastmasters. We love motivation. But I think self-help books are confusing. For me, they are not self-help books, self-development books. They are shelf-development books. Do you know why? Even if you don't want to know, I'll tell you, because I have prepared my speech. There is one self-help book, for example, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Now, you are a monk. From where this Ferrari come from? I mean, have you seen a monk driving a Ferrari? Who are you? Are you Osho? And he says, I already sold my Ferrari. I'm searching for the man who bought that Ferrari. Now, the same writer writes another book. Who will cry when you die? Now, I don't know who will cry when I die. But I think my wife will laugh when I die. Because until now, she doesn't know exactly where I am going when I am going outside. When I die, she knows exactly where I am going. Now, there is another self-help book. You can win. He doesn't say what you can win. You can win a lottery or you can win a football match. He doesn't say. He just says you can win. I said, and there is a tagline, winners don't do different things, they do things differently. You might know this. Now, if you substitute the word winners with any other word, I think it's okay. For example, mother-in-law. My mother-in-law doesn't do different things. She does things differently. Any problem? Any problem? When my father-in-law has no problem, why you should have a problem? And there is another book, self-help book. Eat that frog. said, I did not buy this book because I cannot eat frog for breakfast. He doesn't say eat salad. He says eat frog. Now, I love animals. Animals are my friends, right? And I don't eat my friends. Now, finally, there is another book. Who moved my cheese? Now, I don't know who moved your cheese. Honestly speaking, I did not move. Because I don't move cheese. I eat cheese. Okay. If you ask me who moved my table, who moved my chair, I can reply to you, I can understand. But who moved my cheese? Now, this book, for your information, was published in 1998 and even being reprinted now. And still is asking, who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? Who? I mean, in 24 years, you don't know who moved your cheese? Now, if I am so fond of moving, why would I move a cheese? I would rather move to Amvaj Islands. Ladies and gentlemen, by now, I'm sure all of you know how much I love self-help books. I love them, all self-help books. I adore them because self-help books have transformed the lives of millions and millions and millions of people for better, for positive things. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly advise all of you to read self-help books, at least 10 pages a day. I mean, not now, after the meeting. And watch how your next 10 years transform like a magic. Fellow Toastmasters, to begin positive thinking, to reap the benefits of positive thinking, and to help yourself, always read self-help books to enhance yourself. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abdul Rahim. Next, I will call the second evaluator for today's evening. He is from travel industry and presently works with Ministry of Education as a trainer. He is also the counselor for WMC Gavels Club. Positive thinking helps us to keep in check the negativity in us. Having said that, a blind positive thinking may not be the right way. We also need to cultivate the necessary intelligence to see how realistic those thoughts are. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Ponambalam, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Mark's speech and will explain the objectives for the speech.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Our speaker, Toastmaster Mark Enjam, is attempting his icebreaker speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. I wish all the best to Toastmaster Mark. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ponambalam. Speaker 2. He is working in STC company as application developer. He is living in Bahrain for past 3 years. He has a beautiful family with 2 kids. His strengths are his attitude that he likes to take challenges, that he can do it. Self-motivated person, he can adapt to any kind of environment. He is a good listener and quick learner. He wanted to has good presentation mastery. His opinion on positive thinking, power of positive think will give good work life and balance. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Mark with the speech title, Have Endless Hope, Not Hopeless End.
Hi, I request a timer. Can I start? Yeah. I will pin that timer.
Pin the timer.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a endless hope, not hopeless hand. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, most honors, wish guest. Good evening, all. This is my first speech. As you know, when you're doing anything is first in your life, you will be always nervous. First day of life is your first day of the school, first birthday, first Toastmaster speech. I speak speech. Of course, first girlfriend when you meet first time. Well, I grew up a place called as Putturu, that is Andhra Pradesh, Chittoor district. My parents were farmers. I came from the farmer background. So I did my schooling in my hometown, which is almost 1 to 10th standard. Those are childhood days. I still remember when I studied in the high school days, they used to, when study time, one of the biggest challenges I face, language problem, Hindi. Hindi is the most difficult in my subject. When a teacher is entered in a class, I feel like, oh my God, teacher is came and he asking how to pronounce how the language. When I open my paper, I used to tell Hindi to Telugu and Telugu to Hindi. And he will ask the questions, I used to write like, Telugu to Hindi. When he is asking the question also, I used to tell in Telugu. So this is the biggest challenge for me in Hindi. So to grow up these things, and I learned so many things from my childhood. So where I grew up, after later I completed my inter. Then after that I completed my graduate in my town only. After that, my biggest turn in PG postgraduate, which I came to Hyderabad, the beautiful biggest city. This is that I was really feel like that time when I complete almost 20 years I stayed in hometown. After I come into the biggest city, where I can see different persons, where I feel that this is the biggest turn of my life. How the representation, I choose the career path is IT professional. To overcome this IT professional, I have to improve most of the IT skills, presentation skill, and this one. So I thought I could never be a hacker. So finally, the postgraduate I did successfully. The biggest moment of the day came with my first job I got, one of the small company. I successfully joined. The first, again the first, the second happiness moment, I got job. So then later, after 1 month, I guess the biggest rewardable first month salary. I'm very happy those days. Even I'm always dipping on my pocket with my parents. Today I got first day of my salary. I'm really happy to those moments. And then I will a successful career. I want to grow. After that, I'll get married with my wife and 2 kids. Then again, I have a little bit. When I wish deserve goals, ambition, I want to become a successful person traveling to abroad. I want to work with different companies with different kind of roles I want to achieve. So a little bit, I want to grow. I have successful career. This life will happen is all is materialistic. Things will give inner satisfaction. I know it will happen. So in life is a struggle and process oriented. Be a patient, you'll think better. Happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. This is, I believe, in my postgraduate. Those positive thinking, it will give me energetic. I don't know what will the next will be, but a future will be the full of hopes. The wishman says, you wrap up what you say. I was never born and never die. I will only the progress and discover of our every life. So as I say, have a endless hope, not hopeless end. Thank you, Toastmaster. Back to TMOs.
Toastmaster Mark. Now it's time for photo section.
Is this his icebreaker speech? Then we have to give a standing ovation.
Standing ovation, yes, yes, true. Thank you for reminding.
May I ask all our members and guests to switch on your cameras to have a photo session, please?
Mark left it, or okay, it's coming back.
Yeah.
Dr. Babu, come to the photos.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's there.
He's there.
Okay. Hubs of positive thinking, yes. Yeah. Once more, please. Okay. Thank you. And back to TMO.
Thank
you. Today, we have with us our area director, who is visiting our club for the second time. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome our area director, ATM Hardy, to share few words.
Ganapati, everybody seems to have forgotten triumph.
That's what I'm wondering. I have a book in front of me. I have not written anything.
Okay. Mr. President, the WMC Toastmaster Club, XCOM members and respected guests, a very good evening to all of you. First, I would like to thank the WMC and the President in particular for providing me this opportunity. It is an absolute pleasure to attend the meeting and a privilege to give my second area visit report to the club who helped to establish my home club, Babco. It was a great first impression as I was welcomed as the area director, and the area and the guests were also welcomed with great hospitality. The speaker, role player, and the XCOM did a wonderful job in conducting the meeting in very professional manner. As usual, I found a very healthy communication between the members and the guests. The theme of the meeting, positive thinking, was very nice, creative, and reflected the mood of the club in general. All meeting roles were filled in promptly, and there were prepared speeches. We will have also a table topic session, followed by a general evaluation. All in all, there were good communication exist in this wonderful club. I like the brainstorming session, which aimed to develop the contestant level by having a positive feedback for the Trump achieved by the club. Regarding the membership strength is good till now. It is 29, 5 members were added, and 3 members need to be added to get the second point of membership. The club is very good in regard to the meeting the educational goals of the club success plan. The DCP point, currently 6, and 3 points were for the education award, 1 point for the membership, and 1 point for the officer training attended, and 1 for the administration and fees payment. This club has competed in the area and division level, and they have taken 5 awards at the area level and 4 awards at the division level, and 2 will be competing and at district level. So well done for the club. We are now at the 4th quarter of our term. Time to prepare and to do election for the next club, area, division, and district level ExCom. Please ensure you complete your club election in time. There is also a golden opportunity to lead our area. I have sent the nomination request to the president, so I urge all to consider this opportunity to develop your leadership skills. Dear members, I urge you all to please join your hand together to acknowledge, appreciate, and thank the entire team for their efforts. On this note, I hand the control to the MC of the night. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it's time for table topic section. To conduct this section, we have DTM Manoj. He's a doctorate in yoga and have his own wellness company. He's there in Toastmaster for last 8 years. Please put your hands together to welcome DTM Manoj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pragati, for that wonderful introduction, and my dear members and guests. Table topic, as we know, enable a member to develop the skill of impromptu speaking. Table topics help train members to quickly organize the speech and express their thought in 1 to 2 minutes. You can think of the table topic speech as a mini speech with a proper opening, body, and a conclusion. These also provide a speaking opportunity for any member who is not taking active participation in the agenda. So, timer, please note that each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Participants are disqualified at less than 1 minute and more than 2 minutes 30 seconds. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, that is triumph for today. Now, I don't think we have a custom to volunteer ourselves for the table topic. So are we going to break that on a positive note of positive thinking today? And I can only see Abdul Rahim coming up. So he reads many of that self-confidence books. Anyone without book and can demonstrate the self-confidence, Toastmaster Ovin and Ganapati, you are the engine of that. All that books are coming. So let me call on Toastmaster Ovin Krasta. Toastmaster Ovin Krasta, your question is, what's that one problem you are thankful you don't have? What is that one problem you are thankful that you don't have? Toastmaster Ovin Krasta.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. What problem, looking at me, you feel I'm very happy not having it? Weight gain or weight loss. It's a weight loss. I'm blessed with that problem. I don't have anything to do. Whatever I eat, it automatically goes out. Nothing stays. So I don't have the problem of weight loss. Like most of the world today, if I see, I go back to my school days. That time as well, I was very slim. And people used to complain, why don't you eat? Put on weight. Everybody is there. Every Tom, Dick, Harry will go give me suggestions of how to put on weight. Same thing happened in college as well. Oh, girls are not looking at me. What to do? weight gain. I can't do weight gain. I tried all the levels, it's all hereditary. Blame my dad for that. But then all of a sudden I landed in Gulf. Then I realized I'm the most blessed person. So everybody looked at me and they asked me, how you maintain yourself? I said, I can't tell you the secret. And today also, I will not tell you anybody that secret, how I am so lean. Not me, I'm lean. So that's the beauty, I guess, I feel now. And even while playing and all, I do regular sports and all. There also, I will have less chances of injury because I don't have much of weight. Of late, I'm having some problems, but hopefully not that big problems I'm having, challenges I'm having. I'm very triumphant, I can say, with this particular achievement I'm having. So that's what all about. And to fellow everyone, with the Toastmasters, the advice is that whatever you're having, at times in hereditary, we get good things and bad things as well. We have to live with it and come out of it and try to overcome and be triumphant of it. Whether you are having lots of problem with the weight, there are many ways to control your weight as well. And like me, I'm okay now. It's fine. Nothing wrong in that. I'm blessed and thank God for that and thank my dad for that, genes. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Can we have a lot of applause for our Toastmaster Ovin Krasta for opening the table topic session with such a beautiful insight. Now, to further escalate, let me call on Ganapati Narayanan for a comment. You need to speak, and while speaking, you need to transform your thought for a negative person whom you never want to speak to, you never want to be with, but you have to speak only positive thing about that negative person in your life. And while speaking, you have to analyze that what was your thought and what need to be improved in you, not in that person. Over to you, Toastmaster Ganapati Narayanan.
Thank you, the table topic master, my dear fellow Toastmasters. The question itself is a one-page question. Okay, he's asked me like a yogi, the question like, okay. So let me start with that. I'm always a positive thinker. Even if anybody try to be a negative, I won't listen. I will work on as per my conscience. That is my always do that. But as Abdurrahim said, I never read any of these books. In my life, I never read any of these books. This I gained it through my life experience. As I mentioned earlier in my speeches that I am from Kerala, from a small town. I studied all my schoolings and all things in my local language, in Malayalam. So when I landed in Bahrain, I'm a postgraduate in commerce. When I landed in Bahrain, I did not know how to speak a one sentence correctly with a good grammar. Then I tried to join Toastmasters. I thank WMC Toastmasters for giving me the opportunity as a charter member. And I thank my mentors, all like Suresh Karunagaran, Dr. Babu, Rekha, they're all my mentors. And I could transform my positive thinking, what I am talking now. But in between, somebody tried to criticize my language. I don't care. If somebody tried to criticize my language, your language is good, grammar is wrong, I don't care. I talk whatever I have in mind and I will convey the message. Language is for what? To convey your message. So convey your message, it can be right, it can be wrong, but the other person, if understood your language, what you want to talk, that is what the communication, I believe in that way. So I take this opportunity, WMC Toastmasters, for giving me the opportunity to improve my communication and leadership skill. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you. Let's have a wonderful applause. Now, let me move on to some of our guests today, if they are ready to speak.
Toastmaster Manoj, you can ask Shashidhar Shetty.
Yeah, where is he? Is he there? Yeah. Toastmaster Shashidhar Shetty, all the way from India. All the way from India, Mr. Shashidhar Shetty, your question is that what are you holding on to that you need to let go of right now? What is that you are holding on and that need to let go of?
Good evening, Toastmasters of the day and distinguished Toastmasters and my fellow Toastmasters and table topics person. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk on what I need to let go, what I'm sticking to. Maybe it's my ego, thinking that I know everything. That's what I feel many times. It is pulling me down, but at the same time, it's very difficult to let it go. But I'm time and again trying to do that. Hopefully, with the company of you distinguished Toastmasters will definitely help me come out of this superficial thinking of having self-ego. Definitely, I'm sure in the coming days, I'll be able to do better in my life by letting this ego to go out of me totally. Thank you very much.
And we have a round of applause for the wonderful speech by Shasidhar Settiji. Very good comment. One fine day, everything needs to be let go. So let go wisely while you are alive. So moving on to the next question, let me call on Toastmaster Jeffrey. Hope he's there. Toastmaster Jeffrey. Yeah, he's there. So what activities help you feel most like yourself? What activities help you feel most like being yourself? Toastmaster Jeffrey.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Sometimes my wife asks me, what is it, the thing that makes you happy? Every time she asks me, I say, I don't like to take stress. I'm not someone who is supposed to have a job, or I'm supposed to be just like a free bird without anything. But this is part of life, right? So you can't be in a 30 or 40-year-old body, but think like a little child, having all the freedom without any worries in the world. So if you look at a child, every morning he or she wakes up thinking that something exciting is going to happen. Oh, once you become an adult, when you wake up, you're like wondering, oh, I got to go to work. Oh, I have that debt to pay, lot of things. So not exciting. So when I look at myself, even as an adult, the only thing that makes me happy is when I act like a complete fool. When I start laughing and, just doing the thing that I like, and that is oftentimes acting the jester in front of others, often deprecating myself, like making fun of myself, so that I take all the stresses out of the world. When I grew up, I was always conscious that people are looking at me, that people are thinking about me. But in reality, no one has time to look at you or think about you. That is the reality. So what makes me really happy is, I often say I should have become an actor or something that, or a singer or an entertainer, because I enjoy making others laugh. And that is something that I seem to have lost. But recently, over the last 2 years, I am sort of engaging with my kids, trying to be the jester for them, being the joker for them. So I am sort of reviving that, and I seem to be finding pleasure and happiness in doing those things. So back to you, Toastmaster Manoj, as this is the thing that makes me happy.
Can we have a round of applause for that comment by Toastmaster Jeffrey? Let me now move on and call on to Mrs. Fatima Jana. Is she there? Madam Fatima?
I think maybe you can call Hamna.
Hamna, okay. So can you switch on your video and register your presence? W. Hamna?
Actually, sir, I'm really comfortable like the first time.
No
Okay.
problem. It's okay.
Okay. Okay, no worry, no worry. Let me call on Toastmaster Dr. Babu.
Sorry, Manoj. I'm just
Okay.
getting out.
No
Apologies
worry.
because I'm
No worry.
middle of leaving.
We
Now I
have.
have no.
Okay. Yeah,
Now
go
I
ahead.
have no one else than Toastmaster Ponambalam. And we have
No. We can ask TM Prabodhaji because he's
Toastmaster Prabodha. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Toastmaster Prabodha. Here comes the question for you.
And also Toastmaster Satish Kumar also is there. I guess he's a guest. So first Prabodha and then we can ask Satish.
Yeah.
Theatre.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Someone unmuted Dr. Babu, and that was a great favor to me. The question, Toastmaster Prabodha, are you there? I can't see you.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, how have insignificant past rejection messed with your self-confidence? How have insignificant past rejection messed with your self-confidence and how you came up? Toastmaster Prabodha.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. If I may remember, actually, my life, I went through many struggles in my life. So there are lots of past rejections in my life. If I try to speak out, then it will become a day and a night. So definitely, because I'm not from a convent school, so my education is not that well. Obviously, you can able to hear from my language. But when I complete my post-graduation, that time it was like a failure of what to do in my life. There was nothing. Like in India, and many people, they're facing the similar situations after their education. They don't know what to do in their life. So same thing happened to my life. But again, somebody told me that you are good at in IT, so just go with it. Then I took the IT course. I did my MCA, and actually that suggestion was good in my life, and I came up. After my MCA, I started searching for a job, and I came from Odisha to Delhi. I spent 15 years in Delhi, and I was successful with a career in IT. Thank you, and back to you.
Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Prabodh Sharangi for his wonderful effort? Now, Mr. Timer, can we go for 2 or 1 more? Hope he's around.
Yeah, we can have 2 more speakers because the next session will be starting at 5:35. So still we have got around 12 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. Now, let me call on our guest Satish Kumar, if he's there. Satish Kumarji. I think he's in an issue.
You can ask Rajeshwari.
Yeah, I'm going to her only. Now, Toastmaster Rajeshwari, the question for you is, who do you need to spend less time with? Who do you need that you spend less time with?
Hello, everyone. Who do you need to spend less time with it? Because I'm a positive thinker person, so of course, I don't like to spend time with a negative thinking person. Sometimes some friends are there, mostly they are thinking negative. So always I'm trying that they can start to think positive. But some of the people, you cannot change them. And it will affect on you when you are thinking positive. But when you are staying with them, most of the time, you will start to think negative. So at that time, I always think that I want to avoid those type of people who cannot change their thoughts in negative to positive. Back to you, sir.
Thank you. Can we have a round of applause for that good comment from Toastmaster Rajeshwari? Now my question to Toastmaster Abdul Rahim. Toastmaster Abdul Rahim, your question is, when was the unexpected better than what you expected? When was the unexpected better than what you expected? Toastmaster Abdul Rahim.
Always expect the unexpected. Toastmaster Manoj Pandey, my dear fellow Toastmasters, most honored guests, the unexpected bitterness, that happened quite a few times actually, especially in contests. You're expecting that you will be somewhere, but that you don't stand anywhere. So that is something that I am still trying to figure out why. I have been discussing with Owen, with many other Toastmasters. What you expect certainly doesn't come true. Recently, I took part in 3 contests in division level: humorous speech, international speech, and evaluation, table topics. So according to many, I should have been somewhere, but I did not win any, because that was quite unexpected bitterness. So it can be, and I'm not blaming the judging or anybody, it can be for various reasons, because people who are in the audience in contests, okay, they are not judges. They don't have a judging ballot. They are only judging according to how they felt in your heart, in their heart, how it affected them. They don't have a judging ballot. So they may think that your speech was excellent, it made me move, it made me laugh, it made me cry. But for judges, they have a ballot sheet and they're putting marks on each column. And finally, who gets the highest aggregate wins. Even Toastmaster Heterarchi, the 2014 world champion, he was asked the question, why people who make great speeches don't win? Why ordinary run-of-the-mill mediocre speeches win? He gave a great answer. There are 2 types of speakers. One, technical speakers. They keep, when they script the speech, they keep the judging criteria, and they, according to the judging criteria, they script. For example, if it's an audience attraction 5 marks, they ask a question to get that 5 marks. So they, in each column they get marks. Finally, they get more marks. But the people who make you move and smile and cry, they may get big marks in one column. So that may happen to me. So this is part of contesting. Over to you, Manoj Pandey.
Thank you. And now that's the time. I wish all the best to all my speakers who have attended the topics. And this is the time that I would like to have my control to switch on to Toastmaster of the Day.
Just few minutes back, it is disconnected my internet. That is the reason I'm not hearing your voice clearly. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No worries, no worry.
Yeah, next time.
Sure.
That is the reason I'm not able to answer yours. And the connection is between, it is coming and down.
Okay, very well noted. Thank you, Mr. Satish.
Thank you, DTM Manoj. That was really an interesting table topic section. Now, we move to the business section. I would like to call upon our president to take over.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pragati. You're doing great job as a Toastmaster of the Day. And welcome to WMC business session of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let us start with the last meeting, which was held on March 18th. Let us ask our secretary, or rather Surgeon at Arms, who will be reading the minutes of the meeting. So over to you, Madam Toastmaster Rajeshwari, to read the minutes of meeting number 436.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abdul Rahim. Minutes of meeting 436 held on 18th March 2022. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Pulambalam Tirumallal welcomed the House at 4 p.m. with friendly greeting and introduced the President Toastmaster Abdul Rahim. Meeting was called to order. The theme of the meeting was Live in the Moment. Grammarian Toastmaster Abdul Rahim introduced the word of the day, quatuor, and explained its meaning and usage, and encouraged speakers to use President in his address. Underscored the importance of living in the moment and mindfulness. After the agenda approval, President Hill then introduced the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Owen Crasta, paying glowing tributes to his leadership qualities and outstanding achievement as a club education head. A counter Toastmaster Mark and timer Toastmaster Pragati then explained their roles in the most professional manner. In the education session, DTM Dr. Babu Ramachandran, DTM Thuraiya Juma, and Toastmaster Sukumar Swaminathan delivered their Pathways project, evaluated by DTM Rekha Uttam, Toastmaster Pulambalam Tirumallai, and Toastmaster Jeffrey Ibrahim, respectively. After a photo shoot by VPPR, Toastmaster Prabodha Sarangi, Toastmaster Yashodan Abhyankar took charge as table topic master and conducted an exciting impromptu session. Business session was conducted where in minutes of previous meeting was read and approved. Committee officers reported briefly on their duties. VPPR Prabodha Sarangi once again requested all members to contribute with their article for Club magazine. Eloquence. President briefed the House that Secretary Suresh Kokat and unable to renew membership due to personal problems. Hence, Toastmaster Markandeyulu Anjam has been assigned a new secretary. General Evaluator DTM Manoj Pandey then conducted a detailed evaluation of the meeting, inviting reports from individual evaluator, timer, accounter, and grammarian. After brief guest feedback, results were announced. Best Speaker, DTM Thuraiya Juma. Best Evaluator, Toastmaster Pulambalam Tirumallal and DTM Rekha Uttam. Best of Take, Toastmaster Abdul Rahim has as the grammarian. Best of PTG Toastmaster Owen Crasta as TMOD. Best Table Topic Commentator, Toastmaster Sukumar Swaminathan. Total attendance 19, members 16, guests 3. Meeting was adjourned at 6:44 p.m. Back to you, TM Abdul Rahim.
Thank you very much, Rajeshwari, for reading the minutes. Well, members, if you have any comments on the minutes, then we can incorporate. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and approve the minutes.
Okay. It's I guess it's a only small typo in the name. Looks like Suresh Kakod. It is. I guess when reading out Rajeshwari read out Kokod something. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. No problem.
Right. Okay. So, Owen, can you propose to?
Yeah. I propose.
Anybody to second? Yeah, Toastmaster Yashodan Abhyankar. So, minutes approved for meeting number 436. Now, committee officers report, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. What we will do now, what we have discussed in ESCOM is that we will switch roles between Mark and Rajeshwari, because we are going to the hotel for next month for the meeting. it will be much better for Mark to take over as Surgeon at Arms, and Rajeshwari will be the sorry, will be the secretary. So anyway, for this meeting, Rajeshwari is the Surgeon at Arms. Rajeshwari, do you have anything to report as a Surgeon at Arms?
No.
Okay, thank you. And then Secretary Toastmaster Mark, do you have anything to comment as an officer? If you don't have anything, it's okay. Okay, you can unmute.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Abdulrahim. TM Abdulrahim. Yeah, fine. The next onwards, I will be taking a business section or what? What will be that? Can you repeat?
We will discuss in the EXCOM meeting. What we have decided is in the May month, we will be starting physical meeting. So in the physical meeting, I would rather have you as a Surgeon at Arms. For Rajeshwari, it is difficult to be Surgeon at Arms. So we will discuss internally and we will make a decision on that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, VPPR Toastmaster Prabodhaji. Of course, magazine is still outstanding. He is going to talk about it. Yeah.
Good evening. Once again, thank you, Toastmaster President. Actually, yeah, it is still cooking. I'm trying to finish it as soon as possible. I'm trying to be trumpet over the eloquence, but I need some vegetables and fruits. Still waiting. And if all of you can help me to give some more fruits and some more vegetables and spices also. Only 6-7 spices I have, but I need little more. I want to cook a mixed fruit. I mean mixed vegetables. So that's why please allow me to release the eloquence in next meeting, if you please. Thank you, and back to you, President.
Okay, Prabodhaji, let us decide that next meeting will be on April 22nd. That day you unleash the magazine. Okay, is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. President, my sincere apologies. I'm just leaving because I've reached another meeting place.
Okay. Dr. Babu, you have anything to comment about in the business session?
No. Only one thing. The hotel thing, I will send out the mail and we will start next month at 4.5 BD, of which 1 BD will be contributed from the reserve fund. Okay.
Right, sir. Right.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Best,
Bye. Bye.
Okay, sir. Prabodhaji, so we will release it on April 22nd, and then we will have a last magazine in June month. So that will be the number 3.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll have 10 to 12 articles, whatever. Then we will go ahead and do it.
Let's hope so. Yeah.
So VP membership, Panamaramji.
Good evening once again, everyone. I would request every member to bring in guests so that we can maintain a good strength. With more members, we learn more. So I'd appreciate that if everybody can invite guests and let's share this experience with them as well. Thank you so much, President.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Panamaram. Now I would like to announce that Owen has told me that we will achieve 8 DCP points by virtue of membership and education by end of this term. We need one more point for 4 members. So it's very important, as Panamaram said, to have at least 4 members inducted in the next 3 months. Okay, to get that 1 point to reach 9.
Need 4 more members.
Yeah, we need 3 more members. In fact, 5 we added. So 4, 1 is there already. So 3 more members. 3 members. Yeah.
Okay.
So we need all your help, Ganapati sir, Yash, and Manoj Pandey. Already I've been discussing with him today morning. Also I called him. He's trying. So if you can invite your close ones and let us, and then we will follow up with them. Okay. So hopefully we can achieve that and we will reach 9 DCP points. Toastmaster Ovi.
Good evening once again, everyone. From VP Education Desk, next meeting we'll be having, it's going to be our last online meeting, looks like. That should. So it will be, TMOD for the meeting will be Toastmaster Panamaram, and it will be evaluated by our ex-president Santosh Abraham. He will be here with us as a general evaluator. Yeah. And going forward, as per the DCP points, yes, we are going to achieve all the DCP points for education. Thanks to DTM Rekha, GM Yashodan, GM Abdul Rahim, and also GM Sukumar. We are going to achieve all the points, and also GM Pragati. She'll be helping us out to achieve all the remaining points on education. And as well as President already told about the members that will strive to get that point as well, then we'll get a perfect DCP 10. And about the speakers as well, I'm having quite a few speeches pending now. So hopefully with all the upcoming meeting, we should be having all the speakers. And we will inform you as well when we are going on a physical meeting, and we want to start with the bank. So I'll look forward for your participation. And as per the forms, I have shared the Google Forms. I haven't got very good response. Still look forward to the responses. I know like Toastmaster Yashodan and all, like Toastmaster Ganapati is also there. They will say, we will not fill the form, but we are ready. You just give us the role. We are ready to do that. Thank you for that. And others as well, I appreciate if you can come forward and take up the roles. Thank you, Pragati, for you taking up this challenge of Toastmaster of the day and doing it wonderfully. That's it from my side. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ovin. Thank you. As Ovin said, Yashodan and his last EXCOM officers, they are all very extremely active in this term, for which we are thankful to them. Yashodan, Jeffrey, Sukumar, all of them have been active, very active in taking up all assignments, in fact, contesting and reaching up to district level. And now I have a very important announcement to make before I open the session to the floor. Well, now we are coming to the end of the term. Okay, so now we have to form the new EXCOM, right? So to form a new EXCOM, as WMC rules or regulations that we follow, is to form a nomination committee of 3 members, right? And they will have at least a month or month and a half to form the committee for the next EXCOM, because succession plan is so important in anything. So it's part of our responsibility as EXCOM also to make sure that we have a smooth transition and the next set of officers take this club to higher level. That is part of our responsibility also, right? Because in any club or any company, succession plan is a very, very important thing. So now we need to do a succession planning, and for that, I'm going to announce the nomination committee right now, so they can start working on this. And well, as usual, the nomination committee chair will be our immediate past president, WMC champion, Toastmaster Yashodan Abhayankar. And the 2 committee members is our great leader of WMC, Toastmaster Ganapati Narayanan, and our past president and past area director, the dynamic leader, DTM Manoj Pandey. So these 3 will form the committee, nomination committee. And may I request Yashodan, if you have a word or 2 to say on this. Over to you, Toastmaster Yashodan.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I would like to thank the EXCOM for giving us this responsibility of selecting or electing the new EXCOM. And our team, myself, Ganpati ji, and DTM Manoj, will try our level best to fulfill this duty. Although we don't have many members today in this meeting, but I would like to encourage all the members who are there in the meeting to come forward. And if you want to be part of the new EXCOM, please let us know, and we will link you together in the new EXCOM. Let's have a very active EXCOM like we have now, like we had before as well. And then let's go to the next level of WMC. Thank you very much. Back to you, President.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yashodan. and for accepting this responsibility. Also thanks to Toastmaster Ganapati, DTM Manoj Pandey, and we from the EXCOM and from WMC members, we wish you all the very best in getting us a great set of leaders for next term. And as I said, myself, Owen, and our team of EXCOM, we are ready to help you in this. For any help that you may require, you can approach us. And I request all members also of WMC who are here, and I'll be sending out a note also on the WhatsApp group to cooperate and coordinate with our nomination committee, because it shows that you really care for this club, it shows that you love this club, and it shows your concern for our club. So I request all members to cooperate with the EXCOM, with the nomination committee, so we can have great leaders for next year, so our club can function much better manner. So having said that, physical meeting, as we said, we are planning to have the first meeting of May month, probably immediately after Eid, the first week of May, we will have physical meeting in the hotel. And I have discussed with Rufus Pinto, Vice President of Karnataka Club Toastmasters, to have a joint meeting with Karnataka and WMC. As discussed, we discussed with Owen also. So, and I have got a very positive response from DTM Rufus. So we'll send the details a little later. Okay. So hopefully we'll have a joint meeting with Karnataka and WMC, the first physical meeting in May, probably in the first week of May. Okay. Thank you very much, Yash. Thank you.
That will be on 6th of May. Yeah.
6th of May. Okay. Are you okay, DTM Rufus, with that? About that?
Yeah, I'm okay, but I won't be here during the first week of May. But I think I will check with the EXCOM. If it's okay, then we can have it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We look forward to that.
Sure. Thank you.
I'll open the session for members to comment before we conclude the business session. Anything that you want to comment? Okay. In that case, we are well on time, almost 5:50. Can we propose to close the business session? Can somebody propose to? Okay, Toastmaster Manoj Pandey. Yeah. And Toastmaster Ganapath Narayanan and Yash Shodan. So with that, business session is closed right now, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pragati.
Thank you. It is now time for general evaluation. The general evaluator evaluates everything that takes place during the club meeting. In addition, the general evaluator conducts the evaluation portion of the meeting and is responsible for the evaluation team. The speech evaluators are counter, grammarian, and timer. To guide us through this section, our general evaluator is a seasoned Toastmaster since more than 15 years. Currently, he is a member of 2 clubs. He is a champion speaker who has reached up to district level in many categories. He has proved his talent and expertise in all 4 categories time and again. He has been a president, area director, and has held several other key positions and has been an inspiration to many people over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome our general evaluator, DTM Rufus.
Thank you, Madam President, for such a wonderful introduction. I only wished you could smile when you were introducing me. Anyway, I loved it. Now, what does a general evaluator do? He gives his or her viewpoint on how a club can prosper, and evaluation helps a club achieve its vision. Why evaluation is necessary? Because in cricket, if you're watching IPL, if a batsman doesn't have a boundary line to hit 4 and 6s, there's no fun. In football, if there's no goal post, what will the players do? Similarly, in a Toastmasters meeting, if there's no evaluation and no general evaluation, no fun. Am I right? VP Education?
True.
Thank you. Now, why external general evaluator is necessary? Anyone?
To get a new, fresh perspective.
And also club members know each other.
Correct.
At times you may not get strong feedback or the fair opinion. At times we try to
You
protect
will
each
look
other.
from the different angle altogether.
Yeah, they look for different
If you give the chance to a club member, it will be biased.
Okay, I'll tell you all this. You all are
Not
all
always.
correct. I'll give you I'll tell you in simple terms. I mean, at home, whatever wife cooks, husband will eat, right? And he'll give very good evaluation. Else you will get a balan or a pan or the silent treatment. But when you call guests, what happens? You will get brutal evaluation. So some may not call external evaluator or external guest, or some may call. Right? So I'm here to give brutal evaluation. Are you ready? With me, I have a team who will open the gate. Grammarian, accounter, timer, evaluators. Gate. Meeting started at 4 p.m. on the dot. Wow. Not many clubs do it. Excellent. It started with the Sergeant at Arms calling the president with power. It was a bit lengthy, but it was power packed. I loved it. Then the president gave his address. He connected with me through the frequency, the wavelength. Was it 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G? I leave it up to you. But he got connected with me and I loved his message. Think rich. You will get connected with the rich and you will become rich. So I'm looking forward to becoming rich soon. Because I'll update to the latest technology available, 5G, and get in touch with people who are rich. Introduction of the guest. Yes, all guests were introduced well. But I did not like the introduction. As I said, I will be brutal. Yes, brutally honest. I loved the guest introduction. Well done. Now, a person who's sitting with a big, huge clock behind him, the champion. Let me call on the champion to give the timer's report only for prepared speeches and declare disqualification for excess of time.
The time taken by Toastmaster Abdul Rahim was 6 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmaster Mark took 5 minutes 7 seconds. In the table topics, Owen took 1 minute 59 seconds. Toastmaster Ganpati took 2 minutes 7 seconds. Satish Kumar took 1 minute 10 seconds. Toastmaster Jeffrey took 2 minutes 2 seconds. Toastmaster Prabodha took 1 minute 46 seconds. Toastmaster Rajeshwari took 51 seconds. Toastmaster Abdul Rahim took 2 minutes 25 seconds.
All qualified?
All I think so. For that table topic, minimum is 1 minute, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So only Rajeshwari is qualified because she took 51 seconds.
And also one point to note, it was Shashidhar Shetty, not Satish Kumar, the third speaker, I guess.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Norman. Now, let's go to the individual evaluators. Now, what do the individual evaluators do? Anyone? They dissect the speakers and the speeches. What they do?
We cook better for the guest. We cook better for the guest.
Or order from outside.
if you want guests to come back again. If you don't want, then cook first.
Okay, the evaluators, what they do is they will give 2 to 3 minutes evaluation. They will provide feedback rather than advice. They will give references to speakers' goals, highlight the strong points, and end with summary. And normally they use I statement because it is they who give their feedback. It is not general feedback. So evaluators, are you ready? Our first speaker was Toastmaster Abdul Rahim. 7 habits of highly ineffective people like me. So let me call on the humor king. He has triumphed, won laurels for WMC Toastmaster. In Bahrain since 25 years, working for a 3PL company as warehouse and IT manager. He loves watching movies, and today he's missing IPL, probably. Am I right?
I'm following the score on the internet.
Okay. Please welcome the one and only humor king, Toastmaster Yashodhan.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Level 3, Project 2, with the purpose of the speech as present a speech that includes humor. Toastmaster Abdul Rahim, I would like to request you to repeat your speech again because you did not fulfill the criteria. The criteria was to have the humor in the meeting, but what you gave was a humorous speech. It was a triumphant speech and your confidence was awesome. You showed different posters of many books and then used those titles to create the humor. That was wonderful, unique idea. Everybody really, really enjoyed it. There's a lot to learn from you, Toastmaster Abdul Rahim. We all know that you are a humor king and you have shown that in your today's speech. Well, as our general evaluator told in the very beginning that he's going to be brutal today. And as his colleague, I have to be brutal. I don't have any other choice. In fact, in the beginning, I thought that I'll sit on the chair and then give my evaluation. But then after listening to your speech, I purposely decided to stand here and give my evaluation. The reason, headphone. When you were sitting and talking, I could hear you properly. But when you're standing and then delivering your speech, I was not able to hear you properly because you are not using headphone. Or if at all you were using headphone, the voice was very low. I had literally had to switch off my video to keep my ear near my speaker to hear you properly. Your title, 7 Habits of Highly Ineffective People. It did not have the direct impact or relation with your speech, to be very honest. You showed different posters and created the humor. Then you asked us for using the self-help books. But what was missing was the link between all these things together. It was a humorous speech, no doubt about it. But then it was like a bhel without having the chutney in it. You know what that chutney does? It adds the spice, but more than that, it binds all the components together. And then you eat it as a bhel. You had all these components, but then the link was missing. So the flow was not there. It was like in other words, maybe like a stand-up comedy, where the comedian, he just wants to make people laugh. But this is a speech. So try to understand the difference between that. All in all, it was a wonderful speech, and I wish you all the best for your next projects. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Let's give a Humor King another big round of applause. Humorous speech evaluated by the Humor King. Well done, VPE. You matched it well. Now for the second speech. It was about have endless hope, not hopeless hand. It was an icebreaker by Mark Ingham. To evaluate, let me invite one person who has changed my overview of the travel industry from negative to positive. Travel industry stuff. He proved that one single light is enough to lighten up any dark room. He is from travel industry, presently with Ministry of Education as trainer, counselor for WMC Gavels Club, training young minds. That's well done. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Ponnabalam.
Laughing at our own hard days and cherishing even our small victories is the best approach to a fulfilled life. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guest. Today, did you notice Toastmaster Mark laughing at his own hardship with language and how he cherished his first salary? What I liked most in his speech is he relived those moments. We have heard many icebreakers before. In that, they retell their stories, and we rarely see someone reliving the moments so that he can connect with the audience and express what he feels. Toastmaster Mark did not leave any stones unturned. He did not leave any stones unturned to make sure we know everything about him, which is the most important thing for an icebreaker speech. He shared about his hometown, his parents, schools, profession, and most importantly, his ambition. The most striking in his personality is his ability to learn the necessary skills to execute his responsibilities professionally. So I'm sure today, Toastmaster Mark will be anxiously waiting for some tips for his next speech. And my only suggestion would be practice, practice, and practice. To start with, you need to focus on practicing your opening and closing very well. Why? The confident opening grabs the attention of the audience, and a powerful closing helps the audience to take the message along with them. A proper lighting would help us to see your expressions very well. Today, Toastmaster Mark gave me hope that our happiness of our life depends on the quality of our thoughts. And today, I live with this positive thought. Laugh at our own hardships, cherish our every victories, and travel with a smile. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Let's give Toastmaster Ponnabalam another big round of applause. Well done. Now let me call on the timer to give the report for the entire session, except the speakers and the table topic commentators.
Toastmaster Yash took 3 minutes 15 seconds, and Toastmaster Ponnabalam took 2 minutes 35 seconds. Over to you.
Thank you. Do we have voting for the best speaker, best evaluators?
Yes.
Can we do it now? Is it possible? Or
I guess we will do it a bit later because we are having other awards as well. Toastmaster Prabodha, are you ready with this 3 or we will do it together?
We'll do all together.
Okay, fine. We'll do it a bit later.
okay. Let me give my comments on both the speakers. First speaker, he was enjoying his speech. No doubt, whatever the individual evaluator spoke, it is from my side. I saw him during the 7 minutes which he spoke, he was in his own world, just enjoying it. One thing differentiates him from the other speaker. When he speaks, he is passionate about the subject, and it showed. So it's not ineffective, it's very effective. The second speaker broke the ice, and he reminded me of the first speech, first kiss, first girlfriend. Even today, I give speeches in other clubs, it's the first speech. Girlfriend, I'm at home, so I don't want to comment. Kiss, yes, I don't want to comment. So he reminded me and all other in the audience, I think, of the first. So well done. Now, let me comment on the other sessions, the table topic session. DTM Manoj, well done. Mind-boggling topics. And it was as per the theme. You instilled positivity. Congratulations. Well done. Very creative topics, and they were simple to answer. That's why everyone could comment. Let's give our table topic commentator, table topic master, a big round of applause. Now let's go to the business session. Yes, it was done. The entire session, the entire meeting, you can say, was well planned. And I liked the idea of having the business session at the end. No one is tense, or everyone is relaxed, and you can. But what happens in a physical meeting? Normally, we do have a business session in the beginning. But in a virtual world, it's always better to have it at the end because we are on time. Now, let me call on our team member, grammarian, Toastmaster Ganapati Narayan, a very good friend of mine, to give the complete report of today's meeting, whether the word of the day triumph was used by all the members, what were the highlights, and where you would like everyone to improve on their grammar. Please welcome Toastmaster Ganapati Narayan.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, my dear fellow Toastmasters. As a grammarian, I don't want to be a loser. I have to say that most of the people have used the word, even though they have not used the word. We have a very triumphant meeting under the able shipmanship of our youngest Pragati, and the theme of the meeting is positive thinking. I would say some few good usage. Toastmaster Abdurrahim has used a wonderful usages. Winners don't do different things. They do things differently. Beautiful usage, and it's a common usage. We can use it, incorporate in our speeches and all. And Mark, his title of the speech, have endless hope, not hopeless end. It's a beautiful quote, and wonderful usage by all the people have used a good language. And I could not find any sort of mistake or any wrong usage so far in my observation as a grammarian. And it was a triumphant meeting, and I wish all the very best. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ganapati. Well done. Now for the next report, the R counters report. We all, Toastmasters, use this very frequently. But how we can stop, we don't know. Even if the counter highlights or points out, I hope she will give us some tips on how to avoid. So please welcome Toastmaster Rajeshwari to give our counter report. Unmute.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Fellow Toastmasters, friends, and guests, here is my counter report. I'll start from the end. Toastmaster Pulambalam repeated one word. Toastmaster Yashodan Abhyankar repeated one word. Toastmaster Prabodha 2 times. Toastmaster Jaffrey, same word, 1 time. Toastmaster Ganapati Narayanan, like 1 time. Toastmaster Owen Krasta, so 1 time. And Toastmaster Markende Yulu Injam, because it's its first speech, so I can understand 1 time so, and repeated words 5 times. It's really difficult because I also know that first speech is always difficult for everyone. So that's all from my report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. A big round of applause to Toastmaster Rajeshwari. Any tips on how to avoid A's and ums?
Same, just now Toastmaster Pulambalam said, now practice.
Since my first speech, you could not count that count.
Okay, thanks for your advice. Now, for the heroine of the day, the star, superstar you can call. Well done. I think it is your first assignment as Master of Ceremonies or Toastmaster Day, right?
Yes.
That's why you were tensed. Otherwise, it was perfect. You did very well. When you see the host on the stage, what do? They carry the full event on their shoulders, right? That is what you did. You carried the full show on your shoulders. And being your first assignment, well done. It was well planned, creative. You had the confidence, control, time management, perfect. Let's give Toastmaster Pragati a big round of applause. As you progress to the second assignment as TMOD, I'll see a vast change. I know that. First, stand, because you are in command. No doubt, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But still, when you stand, you feel you are the superstar. Second, smile. Even if you're stressed or tense, just keep smiling. When you smile, you'll make the audience also smile. Third, be prepared. So you have a contact with the audience. When you read, what happens is you lose the contact. People may switch off their video. So keep looking at the audience off and on. Fourth, if it is a team meeting, what you have to do is, it's a theme, positivity. So just keep adding stories, anecdotes, quotes in between whenever you're calling the assignee. It gives a touch of that theme throughout the meeting. And everyone stays in touch of what is happening. Otherwise, perfect. First assignment, I give you 5 out of 5. Well done. Now, general comments for the meeting. I loved the mood. It was so casual and calm. It's such a pleasant and welcome sign, because you lose the stress or you let go, as Toastmaster Manoj said. Let it go. You let go of the stress and enjoy every moment. Well done. Introduction of the evaluators. It should be done by the general evaluator, not the TMOD. because TMOD should give or should introduce the speakers and make the speakers feel like they are the superstars. Let the general evaluator evaluate the individual evaluators. Secondly, agenda. I feel it was done by the VP Education. Am I right?
Yes.
So what happens? A butterfly, how does its life cycle evolve? If you cut the shell of the caterpillar, will it fly? No. So IMC or the TMOD has to prepare the agenda, get in contact with the assignees, contact them, so he or she is ready. So I suggest this is the task of the TMOD. So you will make him or her a leader and not let it remain a caterpillar. Give it wings, let it fly. I got a good take-home message. That is the introductions done by the president. They were power-packed and very uplifting. I'm adding very. It was uplifting because I loved it. Power of words. Yes, when you introduce a speaker, no doubt it was lengthy, but still a speaker, whoever you are introducing, he or she feels proud. And then you let go of all the shyness in you, all the reservation, and you speak like a star. Well done. I enjoyed the meeting. I loved it. Looking forward to the joint meeting, which is planned ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Rufus, for guiding us through evaluation section. Well, that was wonderful meeting. I would like to thank the team for helping me and running this show. Let me end this section with a beautiful quote. If you put negative thoughts into your mind, you're going to get negative results. It's just as true that if you put positive thoughts in your mind, you'll be a recipient of positive results by Love Halls. I hope all of you will be positive in your lives. Be positive, think positive, and good things will come to your life. We have the control back to our President, Toastmaster Abdul Rahim.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Pragati. And let us give one more round of applause for her fantastic, stupendous job today. Okay, thank you very much. As Toastmaster Prabodha prepares the ballots, and let us quickly get a feedback. By the way, I request everyone to vote for Mark because he is the icebreaker speech, and my speech was not up to the mark. So everybody, as I did, please vote for him. Let us get a brief feedback from Satish Kumar. You missed the earlier version, sir. Can you please have a few words from you about the meeting? If your mic is okay now.
Yeah, yes, sir. I really enjoy. This is my first meeting. Normally, I'm not attending. The program, everything is well organized, and it is a long term. You are going. You are finding the faults. I'm sure this will help to enhance my communications. All the things. This is a right platform to. I'm sure if continuously I will attend the program, I hope within a year or within a 6 month, I will become like you, the speaking, whatever. The two things, your communication, apart from that, the self-confidence speaking, rightly you pointed out the attitude, all the things. This is a good, it is a required, highly required for me. Really, I thank God for giving this opportunity. I give a thanks for Mr. Ponambalam sir introducing me. I'm sure I will become a good communicator within 3 months time. I will I'm very much enjoyed this program. That is the point. Very nice to meet you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, before DTM Rufus leaves for church, Rufus, it was great to have you as a young evaluator. We all enjoyed your evaluation. Especially personally, I loved the feedback you gave to the Toastmaster of the day. The 4 or 5 points, very valid, very profound points. Thank you very much, and we look forward to having you again in our meetings. And thank you very much for accepting this. And it has been a great to have you. Big hand for Toastmaster DTM Rufus Pinto.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you, Rufus.
Yeah, it was very good and a very, unbiased, objective analysis of the meeting. That's what I saw today. Well, Shashidhar Shetty, can we have a couple of words with you briefly, 1 minute or less, if you are okay, about the meeting?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Again, it's a wonderful experience. Well, the previous meetings we used to meet one particular section of Toastmasters of Bahrain, but today it was a wonderful gathering, what I observed. And I'm very sorry, my sincere apologies, because I could not attend throughout the session as I'm in a marriage party. So wherever I could able to peep in, it was a wonderful session. Thank you once and all.
Thank you very much, Shashidhar Shetty. Thank you very much. Well, we have some time, 5 to 7 minutes. So let me congratulate Mark for completing his icebreaker. Well done, Mark. You are a great member of WMC because after joining within few months, you became an XCOM officer. Now you are completing an icebreaker. So wonderful, wonderfully done. Great. We wish you all the very best. And anybody who is here who has taken the evaluation, I request everybody to take it positively. For example, Yashodhan's evaluation for me was very invaluable. Now I know where I went wrong. So everybody, whoever it is, Mark, me, or anybody, evaluation, we will take it positively and in a sporting manner so that we can improve. Their evaluation is for our concern that we must improve in our speaking and communication skills. So if we pick up points from each and every evaluation, definitely after a year, we will be very proficient, very competent speakers. So evaluation is a very important thing. And thank you very much, Shodhan, for your evaluation today. And I will make sure that I will repeat this speech. Okay. So yeah,
repeating the speech that was basically just want to create a humor there because it wasn't.
Yeah, it is pun intended. It was.
Yeah, it was pun intended. Only thing what I would like to say once again was that it is just not, you gave the speech maybe because you just wanted to have a humorous speech. But then the speech itself needs some criteria, some bindings which was not there. It need not give the message like humorous speech. Yeah. It's not compulsory to have a message, but then at least should have some connectivity.
True.
Which was missing there, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you contradicted Toastmaster Rahim. Your own way, you contradicted what you wanted to say in 5 minutes. You went back and you returned that, with the message you contradicted. Yeah.
You could have used a transition there.
That was okay, I think, because I was making fun. And then finally ending on a positive note.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay,
let's request Prabodhaji to release the polls.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, President. Best timer, accounter, grammarian goes to Toastmaster Rajeshwari Chauhan. Best TMOD, GE and Table Topic Master Award goes to Toastmaster Pragati Kumar. Best Table Topic Commentator Award goes to Toastmaster Ganapati Narayan. Best Evaluator Award, yes, goes to Toastmaster Yashodhan Navenka. Best Speaker Award, actually already it is a tie between Toastmaster Abdul Rahim and Toastmaster Mark.
Okay, 10 votes.
Mark, good.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll
And back to you,
Mark.
President.
Anyway, I did not win, but my evaluator won the best evaluation. That's great. So anything, has anybody to comment before we close the meeting? What's the time now? 6:25.
Oh, we have done the record.
And maybe the first time we are closing on time.
No. We have done it in the past as well.
Yeah.
Seen it.
Pragati, very well done.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful attempt.
It was wonderful.
So she deserves a big round of applause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only few thing is that she has to add some more punches in positive.
Smile.
That's the
Smile on the
this
face.
is just a beginning for her.
Yeah, beginning. Yes.
Pragati,
smile.
start smiling. You are now a senior Toastmaster.
Yeah,
Empathy here.
you should not be nervous. Shouldn't be nervous.
Yeah. You are a senior Toastmaster now. Start smiling.
Yes, personally, I liked Norman, who kept a very good smile throughout his and did a great job as a timer. Well done. And Ponnambalam was the words, the vocabulary, the flow was fantastic today.
Fantastic.
In the
Yes.
evaluation.
And he's a teacher by profession, so he has to be.
But he's excellent in his flow these days. Yeah, that's what I'm really liking, the language, and he comes out with those words.
Correct.
Very good, within the time frame. Yeah, preparing.
No, within the time frame, contest time is not enough for me. That 5 minutes, that 5 minutes, I cannot articulate my thoughts like this. This is the whole meeting I'm getting, till the general evaluator calls my name. I have the time to restructure it there. But the contest, 5 minutes, impossible.
Now you have to work
One
work
more,
on the time.
I want to say, all the members, 23rd is the Gavel Club contest. So I may reach out to all the senior Toastmasters to be one of the judges. I am the, what you call the chief judge.
Okay.
All the best for the contest. Yeah.
All the
And
best.
also,
All the best.
I like the Rajeshwari's counters assignment done beautifully. And Mark, of course, has done a great job as icebreaker. And Praboda Sarangi, despite all the fewer articles, he is ready